Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're doing a movie review on Backrooms, so let's begin with this review. Going into this film beforehand, I think I did know a decent portion or amount of stuff about the Backrooms. I didn't know exactly everything, but I knew a good, bit about this film to sort of get excited when I actually was there to watch it in cinemas. Well, I was incredibly hyped for this film. I'd seen the trailers, I heard all about it, and the hype was pretty big in my opinion. I mean, Kane Parsons might have just made a new record as youngest director to gross over $35 million on a single opening day. And the thing is, this film, especially the hype was really big, definitely around the younger people. I mean, Backrooms has been a thing since the last couple of years on the internet, which has spiraled into a pretty big thing, let's just say. I mean, the first actual proper short film that Kane uploaded was uploaded around 4 years ago now at this point, and it's gotten pretty popular and well known since then. I mean, everyone knows about it. It's like a liminal space sort of thing. It's an endless maze of, well, the original iconic, design of the yellow walls and like the yellow lights and the ceiling and all that. It's really iconic now. It's become really iconic at this point. So beginning with my positives, this film is great in fan service. The whole design of the Backrooms was done excellent in my opinion, and it has that off feeling about it. From the now iconic yellow walls to the lighting and even to that discomforting ambient buzzing sound, which I think is from the lights. It was translated very well from the YouTube series. I mean, it genuinely give off that impression of a never-ending maze of rooms and corridors, and which is one of the main things actually that makes the Backroom so unsettling. I mean, you just never know what's around the next corner, and like it's just so off-putting about it. I mean, all those yellow walls and stuff. It's just weird, isn't it? But yeah, I also really enjoyed the cinematography in this film with a nice and even balanced mix of found footage and regular cinematography. I mean, the found footage parts actually, I didn't really think they'd be that special, but they actually were pretty good and they were great in my opinion, with a really realistic feel to it. Chiwetel Ejiofor, I probably pronounced that horribly wrong, and Renote, again, Reinsve, the two leads in the film basically, give really pleasing performances as their characters with, Chiwetel, your man from Doctor Strange playing Clark, a failed architect and furniture store salesman who's living a life of depression, and Renote, again, I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong, starring as Dr. Mary Clean, Clark's therapist, who he regularly attends meetings with. Yeah, they were pretty good in the movie. I think there were like some certain points where they did pretty good. I mean, Clark gives off that impression of like a depressed salesman living his life at a pretty low point, and Rennie as the secondary sort of character is also really good in the role. Duplass, also known as Joseph Creep the Goat, also stars in this film as Phil, an async scientist who monitors the Backrooms. Yeah, he only got like 2 or 3 minutes of screen time at most. I really thought we'd have gotten more, and it's disappointing because he's a really good actor. Horror in this film we were given was pleasing enough for me, with it leaning on the psychological side more rather than being more jump scare heavy. And when there were jump scares, they were pretty good. I mean, there only were like, what, 1 or 2 jump scares, but that aside, it's actually good. It doesn't need to be jump scare heavy in order to, frighten you. I mean, it does play around with your mind more in this film, which is what I like. But the entity in this film, played by extremely tall, 7'7", again, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but Robert Brobrosinski, who's Romanian, is a deformed, weird-looking monster version of Clark, also known as Pirate Clark. I don't actually have an awful lot of gripes with this film, but there still are a few problems that I like to pick out, and first of which is the plot, and I actually think the plot got off to a really strong start in this film. Like, it showed a lot of promise, and it was really captivating for around the first 2 acts, but around the third act, it just seemed to drop in quality for me, which is disappointing considering how good it was. Like, the minute the dinner table scene happens in the back rooms where Clark's kind of kidnapped Mary, it just starts to fall apart from there. But up to that, I mean, like, the first part introducing Clark and then how he's depressed, and then them going into the back room for the first time, exploring it, is actually really, really well done. But then the plot just sort of falls apart for me, which is quite disappointing. And the other thing is the ending, which is also one of the disappointing things. I mean, the whole sequence of Mary getting chased by Pirate Clark around the back rooms was fun enough to watch, but once that ends, I think the ending's a bit anticlimactic. We see Mary taken into like the sort of supposed protection area of the back rooms by Async, but it just sort of ends there. I mean, again, this might be cleared up with a potential sequel in the future, but for now it's a bit untidy. I mean, literally it ends there. We want to find out a bit more, and especially me, I want to know everything. I mean, I can't end on a cliffhanger and stuff. It just kind of bothers me, but honestly, I think it's left like that on purpose, so that's fine. But in this film, Clark and Mary also both describe the Backrooms as someone trying to draw a dog, but not knowing what it quite looks like, although some parts of it might feel familiar, which is what essentially in this film the Backrooms is. It's a place full of memories and interactions from real life with people and buildings, but imperfect, sort of, which explains like the weird and distorted looks you see on the people there. The people up there in the Backrooms that can be found in the Backrooms are quite strange. I mean, you see the dinner table scene, and you see those like three other people with Mary and Clark. They look normal because they're literally actual humans, but then you've got those three sort of humanoid things, and their faces look absolutely weird, and that kind of explains what it is. It's like real people from real life, but then the Backrooms can't quite properly, make it perfect, so then it looks like that. But overall, especially considering this was a 20-year-old's directorial debut, Backrooms not only satisfies and pleases a really fun time, but also a great visual representation of the Backrooms concept and horror aspect. I think it's managed to please a huge majority of people who are anticipating on this film's release, and its end result is a good one, which I'm really happy about, and I can't wait to hear when they sort of announce the sequel or follow up to this in the near future. Backrooms receives a well-earned 4 out of 5 stars from me and an 8 out of 10. Great and solid film. Thank you for watching this review, guys. If you did enjoy, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to. Until next video, bye bye.